Hey, yo, this is SamAnt, and oh God, make sure you go check out our podcast, the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast, on radio.com. You've seen us on YouTube, over 800,000 subscribers strong. Now, if you want to listen to your brothers raw, real, uncut, and most importantly in full, go check us out on radio.com, where we bring you the latest news on all things hip hop, sports, relationships, politics, you name it. We cover it. The most dangerous podcast out to date, the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. Check us out 4 days a week on the radio.com app. Let's go. Move off and do our thing, man. But let's get into this next topic. Oh, God, we got Nicki Minaj and Joe Budden.
Yeah, speaking of flexing, man, that shit went down last night.
Did
man.
it? You didn't think it was a good acting show?
Probably. Joe Budden's. And play a little bit of that, though, SamAnt, real quick. Joe Budden's and Nicki Minaj sat down. Looked like Nicki was recording from her phone.
She was live for a minute.
Oh, she was live for a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this quick audio.
It might have been you and your sidekick academics. He's not my sidekick. and y'all went on, and this is one of the, this was at a time where I wasn't addressing things. But you're incorrect, by the way. No, I'm gonna finish. You went on your platform and said she didn't know this other bitch was on the record. You said it. And you said it. I'm going to get to the other things that you said. Here we go. You said that. Now that is, again, implying that I'm lying. When I sat and said exactly how the song came about. That I was asked, and I still have the text messages, can this person be put on the song? And my response was, yeah, let's do it. That would... What the fuck you won't do? Did that ever come? Drugs? When you never met them a day in your life? I've never met you. Unless we was recording in a web studio? Holy shit. Oh, so your mother trained you to accuse people of being on a drug after you met them one time and never saw them for 10 more years? Oh, after the BT cipher. They haven't been on drugs. That's what your mother raised you to do? Okay. That's what your mother raised you to do? Nick. That's what your mother raised you to do? Your mother raised you. Your mother raised you. Yeah, tasting your own motherfucking medicine, motherfucker. You like talking about people and not having nobody responded. You like tearing down people's character when they can't respond. You like tearing down women when they can't defend themselves. You like tearing down women when you can try to end their career. Like, you jealous of them.
Is that like a dog barking in the background? Where the hell are they recording that, man? I swear I heard a dog in the background.
You ain't talking, you not Nicki. You ain't talking about Nicki. You was talking about a real dog.
Yeah.
You thought you heard background, maybe.
That's great. I mean, kind of my first time hearing it, probably second time hearing this. I mean, we heard about it yesterday. I kind of didn't know what the fuss was about, but now we know. It seems like Nicki is very in her feelings about some of Joe Budden's commentary about stuff that he said. And quite frankly, I'm kind of surprised, Sam, and before I turn it over to you, that she's so into it, listening, being as, who she is, probably the top female in the game right now, so much accolades, crossed over pop and everything. And she's worried about what the fuck Joe Budden's is saying about her. But I guess, when you have a big following like that, it matters for some people. But what are your thoughts on their little argument that they had, man?
Man, all right. So first and foremost, if she had a grievance with anything he said about her, she deserved the time and the platform to go ahead and express those and talk to him face to face. I have no problem with that. I 100% agree with that. Mm-hmm. But it just bothers me, just the screaming and the hollering. It's real showy. It's very showy. And what point are you really getting across other than you trying to put on a show? Nicki Minaj is one of the greatest female rappers of all time. Mm-hmm. She's one of the greatest lyricists, male or female, that we've had in the last 15 years to change the game. Thanks. A lot of the females out here, most 93% of the females out here, the crop of females that come out that are popular now, they've emulated some part of Nicki Minaj's style. She deserves that homage all day long. But I think she feels threatened by the new crop. She feels threatened when there's a new name. She may feel some type of way when there's another name being spoken of in the rap game outside of Nicki Minaj. And sometimes I don't know her. This is just what I'm looking at and what I'm perceiving and what I see. From my two eyes, it seems as though if she doesn't give straight shade or hate toward it, it's fake love. Like that shit with Megan Thee Stallion, it seemed real weird and just uncomfortable. We didn't talk about it on the podcast, but it seemed real disingenuous. We don't know. Could have been 100% real, but I just wasn't buying it. And it just seems like she just has this almost Floyd Mayweather-esque.
You know why though? Because again, remember the time she came in the game, SamAnt, it was, you kind of getting over your Kims, and the Foxy was pretty much dead in the water. There's really nobody there. So for a long time, it was just Nicki. Remember, it was just Nicki. It was no other female. There was female rappers. Nobody was in the spotlight and active like she was. But now you see your Cardis, you see Meg Thee Stallion, who's pretty much, whatever, the next Nicki. You can say whatever you want to say. You see all these people coming up. And it looks like, that Nicki is very, very, she getting older, almost 40 years old.
Looks beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh, yeah, definitely. I can't say nothing, nothing about that. Beautiful, sister. Don't like, too much of her attitude. It's a real turn off or whatever, but she just got married. I could say stuff about that, but congratulations. Finding the love of your life. Hopefully that lasts. But it just seems like some insecurities with Nicki that I'm surprised to see. But when you talk about her, in the rap game, she was at the top so long alone. Now she's getting older. There's people coming up that's in their mid-20s, even younger. She's definitely threatened. She shouldn't be, but she's threatened. SamAnt, what do you think about the drug use allegation and her getting heated about that?
She got heated, but she didn't deny it. She got heated, but she didn't deny it. I have no problem at her being upset. I wish she would have articulated herself a little better so we could have gotten her point a little better, because like I said, the screaming and hollering, it just comes to a point where you go, all right, I'm shutting this shit off, or I'm gonna fast forward a little bit so I can get past the nonsense, because I can't hear nothing.
Right.
And if you ever got screamed at by a woman in New York, you only got to hear it one good time. You over that shit. You don't need to hear it no more. Now, once I heard it the first time, I'm good. Fast forward.
Right.
But Joe Budden was around. Joe Budden was a former addict. Never denied it, admitted it.
Yeah.
And would be somebody that has would be able to really kind of put his weight on or his perspective on if he sees it in the game or knows it in the game. He's been around. I can't speculate on it. I'm not mad at Nicki Minaj for being upset at him for doing it. But see, here's the thing, right? Because people got to understand it, and we've talked about this numerous times. The artist and the talent is great. They do tours, they do this, they do great music, but they're nothing without the media. And you're happy at the media.
That's a good point.
When they're rubbing your ego and saying your album is everything and you're the greatest, but then equally get as mad at them if they go, yo, no, Nicki's wilding because she's on so-and-so. Or no, she's doing this, or this person's doing that. Then you get mad at them. Nah, one hand can't wash the other all the time. You got to get out your feelings. And if you can't really understand where the constructing your character and saying this and that, see something, and they're allowed to because they have the place in the game to give that that perspective. Yeah, you can't get mad at that shit, man.
And a lot of people want to hear what Joe Budden has to say when it comes to hip hop. And I'm not going to go deep into this, but I listen to Mom again. She didn't deny it. If that was something she dealt with, hopefully she overcame that and can move forward. Do I think a lot of it was spectacle? Yeah, but I think that's kind of who Nicki is a little bit, you know what I mean? But it just shows a lot of insecurities. We want to see you, Nicki, you know what I'm saying, being the queen. You got this shit called Queen Radio in the background, you know what I mean, humble and whatnot. Not to say you can't, obviously,
flex on.
Flex if you got to at certain points, but just don't get too crazy with it, you know what I mean? But again, you know how the New York chicks is. So.
Yeah, I do. I'm sure if I can got baby bound. But don't flex to the point where you look weak and insecure. You ain't got to do that. I mean, like I said, go with Joe head to head. You got Queen Radio that does great. That podcast is great. You got Joe Budden. Y'all go head to head. You go ahead and you G-check them if you feel like you have the need to. And if you would have sat here monotone and really dug into them, it would have went way further than the screaming and hollering. But the screaming and hollering gets the attention.
Write a rap. This something in a rap or something. That may be dope. You know what I mean?
She cooked. She would. I don't say she would cook them because I don't think Joe would respond. But this would be dope.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
It'd be dope.
You know what I mean? I don't think Nicki shouldn't have anything to worry about. Focus on putting great music out. You're not going anywhere anytime soon because you can actually rap.
Is that pressure put on women rappers, oh God, by the industries? Is her paranoia in thinking that she will be replaced justified? Because we've seen throughout time there only being one mainstay female. It's different now, and I'm happy about that. I don't think she has anything to worry about either. But is that paranoia still driving her?
Tom's definitely running out though. For I mean, like, you know, not
in this lane that she's going.
I mean, because how long are you gonna run with this? You're gonna be 45 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like looking like Little Kim running. No disrespect to Little Kim. You know what I mean? We love you, but it's just like, you know what I mean? At a certain point, you got to evolve to different things. And this whole persona and image, you know.
But I think if she evolved in her image and she's lyrically talented enough to really give us some content that we would love and be genuine to if it was real. And I don't think that anything she rapped about was fake. I think that she genuinely raps about what she talks about and everything. But we can't be hearing about, I don't want to see you rubbing the hair and doing all this teenage shit. I'm tired of it now.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. She gonna hate us now too.
Well, why? Because we gave constructive criticism. Called her the greatest rapper of all time. No, we didn't. We called her the greatest female rapper of this generation.
Yeah.
Called her one of the greatest lyricists of all time. Said everyone mimics her, but gave her constructive criticism. If you hate us,
would you compare Megan Thee Stallion to Nicki as far as, you know, lyric wise? Because I didn't even know. I was listening. How I really got introduced to Meg Thee Stallion the first time was on Wally's pole dancer. I didn't even know that was her just too recently. You know what I mean? So I think she's dope. But how do you see them two? Is any comparison at all?
Yeah, hell yes, a comparison. Definitely comparison. But I think that in order for Meg Thee Stallion to really stand out, very intelligent woman, beautiful woman, has the look, has the appeal, has the charisma to do it, she's gonna have to evolve from it.